Everyone, welcome. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, we are live and alive. All is alive and well here at the Global Teacher Certification Summit. And if you're at home with us, welcome. If you're joining us through mybaptistepractice.com, welcome. We're going to take a journey into power flow. And this class, the intention of this class is to contribute to give relief to those suffering from Hurricane Harvey and Irma, like that. And all donations made through and to the Baptiste Foundation.com will be given to UNICEF, and the other organization is the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund and UNICEF. Yeah, so any financial donations made through Baptiste-Foundation.org. If I said .com, it's .org. And the theme of this practice is, it's the theme of this summit, this Teachers Global Summit. Our theme is teaching the methodology as contribution. So this practice, the theme will be using the practice, the methodology, as contribution. So as you're in the practice, and you're in the breath, and you're in the drishti, and you're in the flow of vinyasa, asana to asana, you're in the contribution to self, empowering self, clearing self, cleansing self, moving old energy out, opening and creating space for new energy to flow in. You're contributing through using the methodology. And it's what I love about you teaching the methodology as contribution is that the teacher can kind of disappear. And it's about doing the work using the methodology to empower oneself. And the teacher just kind of leads the way, supports in lighting the path, and really just engaging with the methodology is all you need to do. All right, you all ready? Yes, you are. Okay, child's pose. Pose of the child. With your big toes touching, your knees spread toward the outer edges of your mat, extending your arms forward, open your hands, fire from your fingers to your palms, up through your arms, shoulders, into your torso. Get a sense of your spine line. Let the weight of your head drop here, land here, get here. Let your hips drop toward your heels. Really land here, a physical presencing. Feel your body, its contact to the floor, and awaken. Whatever's touching the floor, awaken from the floor and pull the force of earth up and through your body. Pull it up. And moving breath through, in and out of every nook and cranny of you. And then gently come onto your hands and knees and come into downward facing dog pose. Feel it out. You can walk it out for a few moments here. Whatever you kind of need, if you need to be a little more dynamic in the pose, to find the center. Set your drishti, and you're kind of looking for the center of your pose. From your 2 feet, 2 hands at the floor, pressing from the floor and drawing up through your legs, through your arms, moving your shoulders toward the back of your body, the spine line, drawing up. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And then take your right leg up to the sky. Take your standing heel up, very high up, the floor. Move away from the floor. Press your arms forward. So as much of your body moving away from the floor. Bend your upper knee and take your leg over. Stack your upper pelvis over the lower pelvis. Take, feet actioning, hands actioning, opening, and then reverse sides. Take your left leg up. Get your lower heel way, way up on your tippy toes. You're grounding from the floor. Press the floor, pull up into core, take your upper leg over, bend the leg over, open the pelvis, open your legs, open your arms, your chest, your shoulders. Create an awakening from integrating each part of the body into the center. And then bring your foot down. Walk your hands to your feet. Uttanasana, Uttanasana. And bend your legs, bend your knees a bit and sway side to side. Shake your head around yes and no. So you're creating more of a quality here of release, a quality of softness, a quality of ease, a quality of no effort, real easeful. Get ease in the body here. And then you can start consciously, intentionally creating resistance from the floor, from your feet, grounding into the floor, the bones of your feet evenly grounding into the earth, and pulling up through the legs, the muscles of the legs engaging, lifting your kneecaps up, zipping your quadriceps up into the pelvis, moving your hips toward your toe line, lifting your hamstrings to the heavens, letting your head drop completely. Let the nectar flow down, the fresh blood draining down to your brain. Let your eyes soften, the drishti soft, steady to a point. See what you see? Both steady and soft, your eyes, the gaze. The breath deep and free, ujjayi, moving breath consciously into and out of your throat, from your nose. And then downward facing dog pose. Come into high plank. Okay, take low plank, high plank, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet, Uttanasana. This time, bend your legs, bend your knees, and bring your thighs and your chest, your abdomen, your torso, like that together. Interlock your hands at your lower back. Take your shoulders into your back, the back body, and then wrap your arms forward. As you plug your heels down into the earth, move your hips forward, straightening up, zipping up, the muscles of your legs actioning up toward the pelvis, the bones of the legs grounding down through your heels to the earth. Wrap your arms more if it's here to do for you. Let your breath lead you. The drishti, you're steady in drishti, and your drishti is at the center of the movement. Wrap your arms a little bit deeper, further, and bring your hands down, downward facing dog. Nice. Lift both heels up to the sky. Take your right leg up to the sky. Bend your upper leg, upper knee. Take it up and over. Take it over. Flip your dog. Pin your shoulders into your back. Lift your thoracic spine up in your chest. Open your throat. Let your head drop. Hands, feet. Make energy in your feet. Ground the bottoms of your feet down. Lift your 10 toes. Get your legs actioning into the center. Pull your legs into the center. Ground. Hips higher. Heart opening bigger, brighter, lighter, freer. And then come up. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes up. Both heels up. Left leg up. Bend your upper leg. And then move to flip dog. Scooping your tailbone. Thoracic spine, low spine moves up into the body. Let your head drop. Let your drishti be free and steady to a point. Each breath is an opening. Hands, feet, legs, ground. Opening, chest rising up. And come on up. High plank, high plank. Downward dog. Step to the top of your mat, feet together, lifting halfway up, breathe in. And yogi bow. Catch your hips, root down, straight spine, rising up to standing, extending your arms up to the sky, look up, root down to rise up. Breathe in, full opening, root to rise, and samastitihi, arms alongside your body. Tadasana, Anjali Mudra. We'll take 3 ohms. Inhale. Look up, reach up, breathe in. And yogi, bow forward, exhale. Lift halfway up, breathe in. Surya Namaskara A, low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Through your vinyasa, upward dog, big opening, and downward facing dog. Set your eyes, drishti, ujjayi, breath. Get your breath really happening here. Now from your hands and feet, your hands are bandhas, feet bandhas. The bandhas at the floor, grounding into the floor, the earth, and the bandha is pulling, suctioning the energy up from the ground up into your core, into your center, and taking that big breath out, taking that earth energy now, look forward from integration and float forward. Good. Lift do it again. It was pretty good. Just bring more lightness, weightlessness. Yeah, have fun at play. Do it 5 times. Go ahead. Jump 5 times just to get some freedom in the movement, some flow in the movement of hopping, jumping, leaping, floating, whatever you're doing to get your feet from down dog up to the top of your mat. Yeah, and once you've completed about 5 of those, we'll meet up at the top of your mat, lifting halfway up, full breath in, lengthen your spine, full length, bow forward, exhale. Root down and rise up. And bow, exhale. Empty, all the air out, rinse your lungs out, fold deeper, hips forward. Halfway up, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Just Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale, the teacher said over here. You don't like Chaturanga. Is that what's going on here? Let's just get out of here. Let's get to up dog. If I like, no, I didn't say that. I was imagining what some of you are saying to yourself. Just, chaturanga, exhale, and hopefully you're doing more than only exhaling at this point. But chaturanga. Now breathe out here, empty. Then upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in and a sigh out. Lift your heels. Get really a lot of action from your hands. Now at the balls of your feet at the floor, get connected, dialed in to the floor. So you bend your legs, pull up the lower belly, the pit of your belly up toward your spine. Get some from the floor, the hands and feet at the floor bandhas up to the Uddiyana bandha. Get the center of your body here. Then take 5 hops and get the float. Get some, something beyond just like force, like muscling your way through. Get, the integration that allows for a little more bounce, a little more floaty, a little more ease in the jump. And then once you've got about 5, we'll meet at the top of your mat and lift halfway up, inhale, and yogi bow, exhale. Root down, rise up, inhale. Really root and really rise. Bow, exhale. Empty, empty, hug in. Halfway up, breathe in. And chaturanga dandasana, exhale. Vinyasa, up dog. Downward dog, exhale. Now play around with your stance a bit. Take your hands and feet further apart, away from each other in length. Just to be at play. And now when you take your stance like that and change it up, now reintegrate. Put in stability if you sense you need it. For instance, your shoulders. Some of you have your shoulders collapsed more in toward your chest. Your upper back's rounding. Bend your elbows a bit. Pull your shoulders toward your back. Then straighten through your arms. Take a deep breath out. Empty. Look forward and bring some of that float you've been creating. Do it again. Do it. Yeah, remember the float thing? Do that one, variation. Do 5. Go ahead. 5. Do 5 waves. And can you get the kind of organization of your arms, torso, it's your pelvis, legs to feet? Can you get the organization of your whole body, all the parts, peripheral parts, into the one movement, this float, this leap? Nice. And then halfway up at the top of your mat, yogi bow. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, thunderball. Good. Lift your 10 toes, spread them. Take your shin bones back. Yeah, sit deeper into your heels, more weight. Shins back, knees back. Sit deeper and pull your heart up, your chest up. Take your spine into the body, lift up. Take a deep breath out. On the inhalation, sit down 10 inches or so. Sit down deeper and further back. That was about 6 inches. Give another 4 deeper. Breathe out again. On the inhalation, another 3 inches deeper. Chest up, and bow forward. Halfway up, inhale. Through your vinyasa, chaturanga dandasana, exhale. Up dog, down dog. Right leg steps forward, virabhadrasana 1. And drop your arms for a moment here and get oriented around from your feet, from the ground up, your feet, your front leg, bring that front leg toward a square so your front thigh is horizontal to the floor. Try that on. Look at your front. Look over to the neighbor on the right. Tell them, could they go a little deeper? Give them a little feedback if it's accurate. Front thighs, they could balance a marble on the front thigh. Say, good work. If not, maybe encourage them to go a little deeper. Look over to the person on your left. Give them a little. Say, is that all you got? Like, really, that's all you got? Or good work, man. Gold. You're right on it. Right on it in a great way. Take cactus arms, lift your shoulders, pin them into your back, cross your thumbs, straighten your arms. Notice that some of you, as you lifted your arms, your hips went up too. Hips go low, keep them here, pull your heart up, pull the spine up, chin to your neck, open your throat, go up and back here. Pull this warrior 1, virabhadrasana 1 to a full back bending expression, inhale. And vinyasa, chaturanga, dandasana, up dog, down dog. Left leg forward, virabhadrasana 1. The first warrior. Drop your arms. And do a check from the foundation. And be at play here. So Yeah, we all step in, we all have a default kind of stance, our automatic step into a pose like this. And that's good, but now be at play and exploring perhaps, well, are you ready actually now to open the stance? Are you ready to recreate from your feet up through your legs, and maybe now your front leg, you've been keeping your front leg off a square for the last 15 years. Luca. Maybe today's the day where you just take it down and the front thigh's horizontal and a whole new warrior one. Cactus arms, integration, full expression up, open your throat, pull up and back from your feet to core, from your belly up through your upper body, chest expanding, big brightening up and back. Breathe in and vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Again, notice your automatic stance in down dog. Be at play, bringing more length perhaps. Try on bringing your hands wider too. Just try it on here. See what happens if you bring your pinky fingers closer toward the outer edges of your mat. Bend your elbows a little bit, lift them to the ceiling, and as you press your knuckles, the first knuckles into the mat, into the floor, pull the energy up through the arms, pinning your shoulders into your back, tailbone up, breathe out, straighten your arms and legs, breathe out, again, look forward, and then you'll float. Do 5 of those. Bring the floating, yeah. Go ahead, have fun. Just be at play. No right way, but you're in the exploration. You are looking for the organization of all the parts, your arms, legs, shoulders, pelvis, to the torso, looking to organize all the parts from the outer parts of the body into the center, organizing all into a center of movement. Good, and then around the 5th one, you'll be at the top of your mat, lifting halfway up, inhale, and yogi bow. Bend your knees deep, reach high, Utkatasana, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, and through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Right leg, warrior one. Front leg to the square, dip deeper, look up, chest up, and chaturanga. Vinyasa, up dog, down dog. Left leg, Virabhadrasana one, look up from your feet, pull in and up, and chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Ha, ha. Yeah, it's a contribution to yourself to let go of thinking right here and get into your drishti. See what you see. To really get present, see something, a point, a physical point on your mat or beyond the mat, and then really move breath through your body. The drishti, the breath, gives you a presence. Now in your presence, put your attention on your hands and feet. Start grounding into the floor, the earth, and pulling the rebounding force of earth up through your limbs into your center and core. Being a dance of right here, in your body, in the dance of breath, body, drishti, a rising tapas, and an organic vinyasa. Taking a deep breath out, yogi, empty. You'll float forward like new, never before, light, happy as can be. Do it one more time. Get a second chance this time. Not 5 tries, second try. Go for it, bring it. Good, halfway up. Bow. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway up. through your vinyasa. Surya Namaskara B. Up dog, down dog, right leg warrior 1. Look up, hips low, low. Chaturanga vinyasa. Left leg warrior 1. Step deep. From your feet root, pull in, rise up, big, light, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Wait, who's in the house? Florida's in the house. But Samson's from Kenya. How are you saying Florida? Take a deep breath out. Canada, Kenya, Florida. Wait, Tokyo? Tokyo, yeah? Wow, she flew all the way from Tokyo. Yeah, Yuki, I'll share later. She flew all the way from Tokyo to be here with us. China representing, wow, Africa. Let's breathe out, empty. Look forward, jump. Lift halfway up, inhale. Bow. Utkatasana, inhale. Bow, Uttanasana. Halfway up, through your vinyasa. You'll take up dog, down dog, warrior 1, right leg, through your vinyasa. Warrior 1, left leg. Drishti, point to point, through your vinyasa. Point to point, drishti. The breath has a beginning, middle, and end. Matching the breath to movement. This breath, this moment, enhance, expand, deepen the movement. Take your heels up to the sky, lift your right leg, and take flip dog. Flip over. Open your throat, root from your hand, your feet, open your heart, big opening. And come up, high plank, to downward dog. Bring your feet together. Lift your heels to the sky. Spin your heels to the right. Bring your left hand to the sky. Side plank, Vastisthasana. So you want to create Tadasana from your feet, legs, hands, arms. Take your top leg up to the sky. Steady. Drishti. Bend your upper knee and take your foot behind you to the floor and open up here. Follow here, this direction over here. Explore what's here. And come up to downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, crescent lunge. Back heel stays up. Bring your front leg again to a square, front thigh on a horizontal line. Yeah, lower your hips. Stack your wrists, shoulders, pelvis on one line. Bring your hands to your heart center. Breathe in. And twisting, crescent lunge. Now you could stay and work here with the prayer twist. You could extend your arms, yogi's choice. So your back heel, move your back heel forward over the balls of the foot. Now from both feet, grounding from the bones of the feet into the floor, pull up, leg energy, really pull, create resistance in the legs. Pull your outer right thigh back. Open your chest, open your heart, lower lung forward, upper lung back, spin more, breathe in, and warrior 2. Come up and around, Virabhadrasana 2. Create cactus arms here. Integrate your shoulders. Now do a leg check. The typical default in warrior 2 is what? The first typical default is the front leg collapses in, yeah? The front knee in, the front thigh, femur head back goes out. So pull your front femur in toward the center of the body. The front knee moves toward the middle toe of the front foot. Take your hips deeper until your front thigh is level. And now Parsva Konasana, bound or extended arms. So you'll take, full bind. You could corkscrew your upper arm around your back, take a half bind, or you could go for a full extension of your arms. 1. Now in this variation, keeping from the ground up, what you created in Virabhadrasana 2, the front leg in alignment, ankle, knee, pelvis on a line, open, scoop your tailbone, open your chest more, and then vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Lift your heels way up, lift your left leg up, and flip dog. If Urdhva Dhanurasana is here for you, the wheel, you go. Deep breath, drishti, flow, vinyasa, from the inside out. The vinyasa, there's a natural organic flow that arises in the space of drishti, ujjayi, and bandhas. If you've got your drishti, eyes to a point, you've got your breath, come up to high plank, feet together, downward dog. Lift your heels way up, spin your heels to the left, right hand to the sky, side plank, Vastisthasana. Drishti, ujjayi, bandhas, feet, hands, drawing the energy into the center of the body. Then there's a natural vinyasa, an inner energetic flow. The tapas, your rising heat. Take your top leg up to the sky. Lift your leg high, grounding to create the effortless rising of the upper limbs. And then bend your upper leg, take your toes behind you, and follow this direction from integration. Feet, legs, integrating up the pelvis, tailbone lifting, shoulders more deeply integrating into your back. Open your heart, your chest, big, bright opening, then come up to downward facing dog. Step your left leg forward, crescent lunge. High lunge, you go. Bring flow. Relax your legs, go loosey-goosey in both legs. Just get the present to loosey-goosey. Good. Now firm up from your feet. Back heel, move it forward, a lot of you. Back heel over the balls of your foot. Front foot on 12 o'clock. Now from your feet, ground to the earth and zip up your legs. Get core, heart opening. Breathe in. Anjali Mudra, twisting. Again, choose the variation of your arms here. Prayer or bound or extending. And you're going for some deep rinsing. This sequence of vitality is all about the rotation and in rotating, twisting poses, your opportunity to rinse, squeeze muscles, vital organs. Get kind of deep here, internal, as you rinse out in the twist. What you're left with is new space, new vitality flows in. Virabhadrasana 2, up and around you go. Vira 2. Check in with your feet. Take a peek at your feet. Really look at them for a moment and get present. Back foot about 60-degree angle is good. Front foot on 12 o'clock. Now check from your feet up to your legs. Activate the back leg. Lift the inner arch of the back foot and ground down through the center of the heels. Bring your front thigh horizontal to the floor. Go lower. And then you'll take Parsva Konasana, bound or extending. You choose one. So take your left butt cheek into your body. Left butt cheek, left femur head into the center line. Move your front the inner front thigh out, lengthen it out. Front knee moves toward the middle of the foot. Full opening here. Create the twist here. And this vitality sequence is the opportunity to twist out, rinse out, squeeze out. Full breath in, big expression, and Chaturanga Dandasana Vinyasa. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Take a deep, deep breath out. Empty. Look forward. Bend your knees. Get the bounce. Now get the bounce and float forward. Do it again. Do it again. Do 5 more. Why not? Each one is just, that's the practice, yeah? Each time's the opportunity to kind of discover something. Discover some integration. Discover some new connection. And then at the end of your 5th one, you'll stay to the top of your mat, and you'll bow forward. Good. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, inhale. Hands to your heart center, and twist. Left arm to your outer right thigh. Again, opportunity to twist. You could stay in the prayer twist. Extend your arms. You could bind your arms around your legs. You're looking for the greatest access to the middle, the center. You want to rinse. If you can get your feet, lift the toes. If you're not sure if you've got your feet, lift your 10 toes, spread them. Now ground down through the balls of the big toes to the center of each heel, grounding. Pull your outer left thigh back. Heart forward, chest forward. Tailbone back more. Breathe in, spin, spin, and bow forward. Yeah, you getting in there and doing some rinsing? Now, is getting in there and doing some rinsing a contribution to you? Yeah, right? To your health, your well-being, your energy, your vitality, your prana. Okay, feet together, bend your knees. Utkatasana, thunderbolt. You go. Twist, other side. Right arm to your outer left leg. Choose your arm variation. Breathing deep, breathing 1, 2. Pull your outer right hip back, centering your hips on a center line of gravity. Send your tailbone back, pubic bone back. Pull your mid-spine into the body. Can you take your shoulders, get at least the upper shoulder into your back, take the mid-spine into your chest, toward your chest. Spin more, rinse more, get in there and rinse, and bow. Split your feet hip width. Catch your big toes with your peace fingers. Pull halfway up until your spine is in its full natural length and curves, and then bow forward. Yeah, let the weight of your head and your skull drop, like really. Let any holding patterns in your jaw, your neck, any cramping in your brain, let it go. Let it go. Letting go is a health secret. Letting go physically, holding patterns physically in your body. You have the opportunity to be in discovery of where you're unconsciously holding patterns, like in the jaw or low back. But that allows for you to start working and to release it, to let go of it. And is letting go a contribution to you? Yeah, it's just doing the work that allows for that contribution to self, and then release. You're going to pull halfway up, and then we'll do gorilla asana. So you're not going too far. Slide your palms under your feet, palms facing up. Bring your toes up to your wrists. Pull halfway up, inhale, and then yogi bow. Hips forward, zip up your legs, straighten. Yeah, maybe you've been bending, so maybe it works for you to bend the knees a bit. Yeah, that can give you a lot more access to a more full release through your legs, the backs of your legs, by softening the knees. Maybe you've been doing that just habitually, where it's just become habitual, like unconscious habitual pattern. I just automatically bend my knees without really exploring. So maybe start playing with straightening your legs. What's there or here? Maybe you've been bending the knees for 15 years. Luca. Maybe try unzipping up and see what's here. And then release, toe heel your feet together. Catch your hips, root down, rise up. Arms up to the sky, yogi, Garuda asana, eagle. Right arm under your left arm, right leg over your left leg. 1, 2, drishti, steady, breath, 4. Breathe in, sit deeper, squeeze in, open your heart, open, and then samastitihi. Standing at attention, drishti to the horizon. And then inhale, lift your arms, and eagle. Left arm under, left leg over. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze your 2 legs into 1. From your feet to your legs, squeeze into center. Plug down through your standing heel. Pull up through your belly. Lift up through your crown. Samastitihi. Standing at attention. Drishti to the horizon. Take a deep breath out. Lift your arms. Inhale. Eagle pose. Right arm under. Right leg over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Samastitihi. Take a deep breath out. Lift your arms. Inhale. Eagle. Left arm under, left leg over. 1, 2, 3. Be free. 4, 5. Samastitihi. Good. Catch your hips with your hands. So pull your shoulders to your back, elbows wrap in towards shoulder width. Lift your right leg up. Catch your right foot with your right hand. If you can, it's kind of great to grab the outer, the baby toe edge of your foot with your 4 fingers. Manually press the tendon of the big toe forward with your thumb. Straighten your leg forward. You're pressing your standing leg down, lifting up through your belly, and pulling up out through your crown. And then take your leg out to the right. Look to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your leg forward. Bend the knee, lift the leg, arms up, breathe in, and then airplane. Fly high. Chest forward, upper leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your hands to your heart center for 5. Now for half moon, you can take bound half moon pose, Chapasana, or extending half moon. I like working with 5 fingers at the floor for the greatest stability. Spider, hand at the floor, and working what's at the floor. Your hand and foot at the floor, grounding down and zipping up through the standing arm and leg into the center. Take your left butt cheek and squeeze it in to the center of your body, outer shin in. Scoop your tailbone, open your heart, take your upper leg higher, ground down deeper, root deeper, rise higher, heart opening, chest opening, full breath in, bow forward. Good. Step your left leg way back into a lunge, bring your back knee to the mat, and bring your arms up to the sky. Hands over your hips, heart over your hips. Cross your thumbs, bend the elbows a bit, integrate your shoulders, take your wrists back, straighten your arms, point your back toes, plantar point the back foot so the top of the foot is down. Now press the top of your foot down and lift your back thigh and knee up. Back shin, back thigh up. Good. Now squeeze in as you press through the ground, pull up from your feet, lift up from your belly and core, pull up and go back a bit through your chest, spine, up and back. Lift your back thigh, lift it to the high. If you can, you can't. If you cannot, it's okay. If you can, then do it. Lift your back leg up, 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 and then down dog. Okay, take 5 leapfrogs, or you could do the hops. But if you have some leapfrog, do 5 leapfrogs, but not out of control. Like work, I want you to work from the integration, the inner edges of your feet, creating a line of energy up through your thighs, your pelvis, the core. Okay, good. To the top of your mat. Lift halfway up. Yogi bow. Catch your hips, come standing up. Take your left leg up. Utthita Hasta Prangustasana, catch your left foot. Or you could hold your shin, extend your leg out. 1. Drishti, steady. 2, breath. Deep and free. 3, 4, 5. Take your leg out to the left. Look over to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it forward. Lift your arms, bend the knee, airplane. Send the upper leg back, chest forward. Arms out alongside your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands to your heart center. Set up. And now bound half moon pose or extending half moon. Bring it. Yeah, really dial in the mound of the front big toe, the ball of the big toe, all the way through the balls of the foot, standing foot, into the center of the heel, ground down, zip up from both feet, both legs. Take your lower butt cheek in, standing butt cheek in, tailbone in, ground down deeper, take your upper leg higher, chest opening, big, bright, fun, playful opening like never before as a contribution to you. And bow forward. Ha. Wow. Step your right leg way back. Wow, asana. Back knee down. And lift your chest up. Arms up over your hips. Cross your thumbs and create a tug of war from your thumbs through your arms. Wrists forward, shoulders integrating into your back. Take your wrists back. Straight your arms, squeeze your elbows toward each other. Press the top of your back foot down to lift the back leg up. Now you're not just pressing the foot down and lifting the leg up. You're pressing both feet down and zipping up, taking the rebounding force of earth, gravity up through your legs, contracting, resisting, up into your belly, taking the contraction to a big expansion to your upper back, through your chest, big, bright. Breathe in and down dog. Ha. Very good. Take 5 leapfrogs, or you could do the hops, if that's what you are working on here. Leapfrogs or hopping, but you're up to something bigger, yeah? So the first organizing principle of True North alignment and our methodology is to be intentional in creating the physical foundation. You want to get your hands, feet, from the feet, the 2 feet pressing together in the leapfrogs, up into the legs, into the core, and the foundation. And you're creating that, but you're up to something bigger. You're looking for some kind of new float, some kind of new integration, creating a kind of power, new kind of possibility for yourself. Okay, at the top of your mat, find your feet up at the top and lift halfway up, breathe in. And yogi bow. Root down and rise up. And samastitihi, standing at attention. Do you all have a strap? You have a strap? We'll take bow, Natarajasana, dancer's pose with the strap. So take your strap around your right ankle, right shin is good. You can have the strap around your foot. You have less force with that and less power, but you could do the foot or the lower shin. And reintegrate here. Once you've come into the first stage of the pose, it's typically integration or reintegration to the center, from the periphery in, and then flow out. Total body expression out. Drishti Ujjayi. The balance of firm, creating the stability, the peripheral parts of the body, you're creating resistance, muscle contraction into the bones, pulling the bones, limbs, leg bones, arm bones into the, pulling it up into the body, into the center. And from center, you move out, you express out. Very good. Other side. Strap around the ankle or shin. Ready. Yogi. Good. Take aim. Yeah, and from the outside in, your hands, feet, arms, legs, integrating to the center, the drishti from the inside out, and begin to move out into the pose from the innermost center, the most center point of the body, the pelvis. Get present from the legs, feet, legs up into your pelvis, pull in. And from the pelvis, the spine extending, expanding. The shoulders are integrating to your back to allow the pathway for the upper spine, mid-spine to move through full expression. And samastitihi. Ha. Good, very good. Do it again. It's so good, so good. We'll do it again. You'll do it again. It's such a big contribution, this pose. Not right, Samson? Dancers is such a big contribution to ourselves. We'll do it again. It's so good. Go ahead, Yogi, bring it. Big contribution to you. You giving you through this asana, through the practice. You giving you the access and the pathway and the realization of new growth, new vitality, new energy, new sight, new insight. And then good, very good, other side. I always like the Rilke quote. Do you know the poet Rilke? Yes. Rilke. Very good. The book, Letters. Go ahead, do the pose. Don't use my story to not do the pose. Stop it. Stop it. Do the pose, and then I'll tell the story. Very good book, Letters to a Young Poet. And in there, I read that book 20 times, a lot of just meaning. But one thing that always stood out, he said, the easy path leads to the hard life, and the hard path leads to the easy life. Interesting. And samastitihi. Yeah, sometimes, what that means to me is sometimes, or What I get out of that is that quote is sometimes you got to do work, sometimes hard work, embodied work. And that hard work allows for, ease in life. Conscious hard, not the unconscious hard, but conscious hard. Wow, what does that make available if I bring myself to do some work? And one thing that can be very hard for me and a lot of us is to be still. Consider that's really hard. And nothing more gentle, nothing more kind, nothing more alive than that inner space of stillness. Yeah, but not so easy, let's say, to get there. Okay, what are we doing? Tree pose. How about a tree? Is that good? You like tree? How about a tree? Right leg up. Anjali Mudra. This sequence, the equanimity sequence of these standing balancing postures, allow for the kind of space of timelessness, that space of, equanimous, being equanimous. In the center, in the stillness, from the still point. Interlock your fingers, pressing your palms up. Your two legs pressing into each other, into one, and grounding down, zipping up from the floor, up into the pelvic floor, the pelvic core, pulling the spine up, vertically up. Take your chin to your neck, open your throat, now look up. See how your balance goes here. If your balance is pretty good here, then close your eyes. See how it is here. It kind of tells you if you're relying just on your peripheral, like vision, like that, and for balance, or if you're integrating your body into center, you typically could close your eyes and not move too much. Okay, Samastitihi, very good. Do the other side, please. Tree, you'll lift your left leg up. Yeah, and you're not just lifting the left leg up and the foot to the thigh, you're pressing, you're pulling in to the center. So your palms are pressing, and Anjali, you're pressing your hands firmly in from the knuckles and pulling, zipping up into the arms, shoulders integrating, two legs pulling, legs integrating to the pelvis. You're pressing down and pulling the rebounding force up. Pull the belly in, upper back expanding, upper chest, the whole torso expanding, interlacing your fingers, extending up. Keep pressing into center, grounding down, pulling the rebounding force up, out through your crown, and you're reaching, chin to your neck, open your throat, look up. If you got this handled pretty well, close your eyes. Very good. Samastitihi. At the top of your mat, look up, reach up, inhale, and bow forward, exhale. Lift halfway up, inhale. Through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog, right leg warrior 1, warrior 2 into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Trikonasana. Again, here, be at play with taking your legs and feet further away from each other, a longer stance. Be at play. Maybe bend your front leg for a moment, maybe both knees. Go kind of softening. Locate your feet and legs, and while the legs are still soft, you have access to your pelvis. Pull the front of your pelvis up toward your chest while your legs are still soft. Then once you've got your pelvis pretty neutral, then activate your feet to the earth and zip up your legs, muscles, engage them, pull them up into the pelvis, scoop your tailbone, pit of the belly in, heart opening, chest opening, chin to your throat, maybe opening back. Yeah, ground from your feet, pull up deeper, tailbone in, heart opening, open your throat. Yeah, take your head back. If it's here for you, go somewhere new as a contribution to you in the pose, like some new discovery or holistically, your whole body experiences some kind of big opening, a body epiphany. Good, come up to stand, catch your hips, turn your feet on 12 o'clock, keeping them wide apart. Root down through your legs and uplift through your heart, eyes up, and bow forward. Exhale, yogi, bow. Hands to the floor between your feet, shoulder width or so. Lift halfway up. Give your neighbor a wake up. Do that. Bow forward. Now you're working your feet powerfully. Yeah, this is intense foot pose. You're grounding your feet. Lift the inner arches, grounding to the center of the heel. Zip up your legs. Your hips are moving forward. You're working your hands, resistance. You're pushing your mat forward, arm bones to your back, toward your back, and pull your torso through the window of your legs. You're using from your hands and feet, you're creating the resistance up into the center to more deeply and actually move your spine, your torso through the window of your legs. Do that. Good. Catch your hips, breathe out, ground down through your feet and legs, and rise up. Take your arms out laterally, breathe in, and then Anjali Mudra behind your back. Reverse Namaste, Namaskar behind your back. Open your right foot and leg to face the front of the room. Step your back leg in a bit. You're shortening your sense. And just take a moment here. Center up, your pelvis center, torso front and center. And then root down, pull up, look up, breathe in, and bow. Lift your elbows to the sky, pressing your hands, palms into each other. Shoulders moving to your back, your chest moving more forward over the thigh, leg, like that. And then lifting halfway up toward a straight spine here for twisting triangle. Right hand down, which arm down? Left arm down, right arm up. You can start with your knees bent and your legs soft. And with your front knee bent, kind of be in the dance here of discovering your center. You're in a dance to discover your center at the pelvis. Where's the center at your pelvis? Then once you've got your pelvis to center and neutral, you've got the lumbar spine into your body, to the curve of it, shoulders in your back, then start zipping up the legs as you ground down to the floor, then pull up to core, then the spine lengthening, extending, now rotation, big twist, get in, side there in your body, wherever there is that wants some kind of release, that can release in this pose. Create some kind of rinse, some kind of release, bigger rinse of the inner sponge, and then Chaturanga Dandasana Vinyasa flow. Up dog, down dog, yogi, you go. Ha, ha. Left leg warrior, 1, 2, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, be at play with the long stance. At play with the long stance. Yeah, breath. Bring lots of breath now. Lots of breath from Drishti. And go for free. Go for free. So create from the ground up into your big total body expression, and it will be totally unique to each of you. But some kind of total body expression that's true to you right now, available right here now? What's your big total body expression that's true right now? Go for it, and then up you come. Standing, catch your hips, turn your toes in to 12 o'clock, feet wide, ground down, look up, lift your heart up, and bow. Interlock your hands at your lower back. With your elbows bent, take the opportunity to integrate your shoulders into your back, then straighten your arms forward. You want to get really related to your feet here, inner arches lifting. You could play with lifting your toes, the 10 toes, spreading them just to get a real connected access to your feet awake. Grounding through the center of each heel, through the balls of the feet, grounding, resistance getting created up through the legs, your pelvis more forward, pulling your arms more forward, your torso moving through the window of your legs, and then catch your big toes and lift halfway up. Quick little wake up for your neighbor, inhale, and exhale, yogi bow. Let the brain drop. Let the head drop. Drishti, be here, breathing here. In this pose, moving breath, conscious, deep, shifting energetically. Something shifting through your breathing. You're a cause at having shifting happening through your breathing. You're breathing in such a way that something is moving, energy's moving, body's releasing, something's happening just from how you're breathing. Deep, intentional, conscious, not rigid, but from free. And then gently catch your hips with your hands, root down and rise up to stand. Exhale, take your arms out wide, and then reverse namaste between your shoulder blades, fingers face up, or they could face down. Breathe in, ground down to your legs, lift up, look up, and yogi bow again. Some of you know it all. This is for you. This pose is for you. Give you a little more brainwash here. Let the head drop let all the knowingness, all your knowingness, melt away in the heat of this healthy blood flow. Let go of all the knowingness. Kind of a little vacation, yeah. From having to know it all, hold it all together. A little big contribution to yourself to just relax. Just relaxing from having to be so smart all the time. Yeah, that could be a contribution if that's needed. Just to relax. Go with the flow. Okay, good. Root down, stand up. Keep your arms in the Baddha, Namaskara, and open your left leg. Face the front of the room, step forward a bit. Parsvatanasana, setting it up. Ground down through your legs, lift your chest up, pour forward. And lift halfway up, straightening to twisting triangle. Good. And create it here however you like. On the other side, you kind of worked with starting with your legs bent and locating the very center of your pelvis, the center point of your body. And once you've got your center and your spine on the vertical line from your pelvis, then start zipping up, tightening up the arms, the legs, pulling up into center. From center, move out, extending and rotating, rinsing. Find your hands, both feet, both legs engaging in and up. Okay, bow to chaturanga, vinyasa. Good. Up dog, down dog. Deep, deep breath in and a sigh. Good. Come to high plank and lower down and come to locust pose on the in-breath. Salabasana, locust, arms alongside your body. Start here. Arms up, legs up, chest up, rising up off the mat. And coming down, one ear to one side. Let go. And then chin to the mat. And then on the inhalation, rise up. Notice the tendency to, because you're now on a different relationship to gravity and with the floor, if it's easy to kind of get stopped, you stay in the flow, stay in the dance as a contribution to yourself. What could happen if you stayed? What kind of contribution? What kind of growth, development? What could happen if you stay versus kind of default into I'm done or something? Stay in the breath, rise up, inhale. Okay, good, come down. Okay, that's very good resting you just did, very good. Bend your knees, catch your feet, floor bow. Dhanurasana, floor bow. On the inhalation, rise on up. Karen? You're tightening into center. Ground your pelvis to earth, pull up, brighter, higher, and now roll to the right side. And you want to keep the resistance from your arms and legs, and taking the resistance into the center. Plug your shoulder, arm bones into your back, spine into the body, tailbone in, big opening to your chest, your pec minor, like, oh, it's good. Come back to center, rise on up, inhale, and other side you go. This feels good? Pretty good? Yeah. And come back to center, rise up, inhale. Good work. Come down and go to up dog, upward facing dog. Go on up. Chin to your neck, open your throat, look up. Your shoulders are integrated into your back, yeah? Some of you could bend your elbows a bit to get easier access here to your shoulders, upper arm bones into your back. Plug your arms down, spine forward. Plug your feet down, take your thighs up, spin your inner thighs up, your pinky toenails grounding to the mat. Ground down to your baby toes, legs higher, inhale, big opening. And downward facing dog. Good. Step your right leg forward for half camel. Right leg forward, back knee down. Both legs to the square. Catch your hips to set it up perhaps. You want your back thigh on a vertical line, front thigh on a horizontal line, and then you'll take your left hand to your left foot. Yeah, like that, foot, shin. I like pointing my toes, or you could tuck your toes. Some of you are doing it's good. Find this pose. Bring in the principles. Breathing. Ujjayi. Open your throat. Get powerful from your legs, from the pelvis through your legs, ground down to come up. Downward dog. Left leg forward, half camel. Good. Set it up and do the thing, and you will have the power. Emerson said that. Just, no, he didn't say just do the thing. He said, do the thing, and you will have the power. It's kind of like that here for us in the pose. You do it, and you bring whatever wisdom, whatever awareness is needed to work with your body consciously. But you just do the thing. You're doing the pose. You're doing the practice, doing the breath, doing the drishti, and doing this movement. And then a contribution opens up. Very good. Come up to down dog. Good. Look, walk halfway up your mat. Bring your knees down. Lift your feet, cross your ankles, roll over onto your back. Take bridge pose. Setu Bandhasana. Just like that. Bridge. The bridge. Good. Now take wheel. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Come down slow. Good. And then take it up again. Go ahead. Wheel. Go on up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming down. And go up again. Very good. Take it on up. Each one, there's just a whole new world through each wheel here, yeah? Each one, there's a whole new world, new energy of easefulness. There's new, the body is more mobilized, more connected in this wheel more than ever before. A whole new world available right here through this wheel, this drishti. This ujjayi has whole other qualities of contribution. And then come down slow, take a breath in, take a sigh. Good, do another wheel. Why not? You're here anyway on your mat. Wheel, go ahead. 1. Yeah, it's the action. If you can stay in action, it'd be a breakthrough for a lot of you. A lot of you get tripped up in thinking, and being in your head about it. It's okay. But if you get just in the action, even if it's 30% of the pose, 30% of your maximum, you can stay in the movement and the action of it. There's a revelation, a discovery for all of us when we're in the action of it. And then come down. Okay, would you like to do one more? Just one more? Okay, good. By request, one more wheel. Ready, set, yogi. Bring it. Be it. Do it. Go on up. No power in thinking about it. It's the doing of it. What's your word you had in meditation? Call it out. Call it out. Yeah, create that as real. Manifest in your wheel. Call it your word again. Yeah, manifest that. Every cell. In your fascia, in your viscera. That word real, embodied. Okay, very good. Good, good. Come down. Bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat and bring your thighs together, knees together. Squeeze your knees up into your chest. Take happy dead bug pose. Catch the outer edges of your feet. Pull the quadriceps toward the floor. Good. Okay, very good. Now rock and rolls up and back. Like you love this. Yeah, like you really love rocking. You just love doing this pose, this movement, this like bring it. We'll call it your what's your word that. Yeah, be that and let that get expressed in movement. Okay, very good. Down dog, right leg forward, half pigeon. Downward dog, right leg forward, half pigeon. Come right into it. Vinyasas like that. You're being intentional in creating the physical foundation of the pose. You're up to something bigger. It gives you an intentionality in vinyasa, point to point. Start kind of cleaning up all the stuff we add in the transitions. And then downward dog, left leg half pigeon. And downward facing dog. Very good. And then walk about halfway up your mat. Bring your knees to the mat. Lift your feet, cross your ankles. Bring your legs straight ahead. Paschimottanasana. You pull your sit muscles back and out. Catch your feet. Pull up. Lengthen through the spine. And bow. And sitting up, Purvottanasana, you'll bring your hands behind you and you'll take your hips up, chest up, press your feet down, open your throat, ground down to really lift your hips and chest up. Big opening, deep breathing. Good, come down, lay on your back, take your legs straight up, Viparita Karani. Very good. Shavasana. Stretch yourself out. Come into final relaxation. Let go. Final relaxation. It sounds so permanent. And it's like just getting to the space right away, where you have just come into now here, nothing to do, nothing to figure out, nowhere to go, just get to right now, right here, and let it all go, and give yourself the gift, the contribution of being of be and just be. Through us gathering together to practice like this, we go places together and we form a vessel that we wouldn't typically go alone in our practice. We go to new plateaus, new levels, new plateaus, new levels. But we're in a journey, and through the vessel of all of us collectively and the camaraderie and the energetic support of being here together, we're supporting each other to be in our own greatness, in our own center of strength to deal with anything. And so sometimes people have said to me, well, how could yoga practice help, or meditation and yoga practice support in real life situations that are real difficult, like real rock bottom stuff? How could yoga practice be a contribution? And consider that the contribution of yoga practice to any kind of situation is a return to center, and the center of one's own strength and a higher kind of knowing. That allows for you to be able to deal with whatever life brings in a way that we don't lose ourself. You don't lose yourself. So a moment of gratitude and appreciation for the contribution that you just were for you and for others here. Just you being on the mat, contributing to you, supports others in doing the same here in this room and beyond here, those dealing with the struggle and the recovery in Hurricane Harvey and Irma, like that. Your greatest gift and contribution right here is to be completely right here in your center. And let all else go.